Hello friends, welcome back. In this session, we are going to understand how to install Ubuntu as an application in Windows 10. I mean it, we are going to install Ubuntu as an application. Just like your word processor, just like your Chrome, you are going to install Ubuntu as an application. But do we have the complete features that Ubuntu has when it is installed as a standalone operating system in this method? No. You will have the Ubuntu terminal. You can run all the Ubuntu commands, including the bash, the SSH, the get, the apt, and many more things. This is almost equivalent to the Ubuntu as a standalone operating system, but no GUI feature. I'm going to explain you how exactly it works, and you can follow this procedure, and it's pretty easy for you to understand and to repeat it in your system. If you have any doubts, you can reach me out through the comment section. I am starting the process right now. Please go to the Microsoft Store in your Windows. I'm using Windows 10. So if you go to the Microsoft Stores, you will get the Ubuntu. When you type Ubuntu, you will get 3 Ubuntu versions there. One will be plain Ubuntu. Second one will be Ubuntu 18.04, which we have got right now. The third one will be Ubuntu 20.04. You will have all these three, and the moment you want to install something out of it, you can go to click it further and go to further tabs, and you can have an option called Get. When you press Get, it will be installed. That's all. The process of installation is very simple, but when you launch it, it won't be launched because we have got some other work to be done for it to work. What is that? We are going to open the command prompt, type CMD in the start option, right click, run as an administrator. Remember, you must run this as an administrator. Now you need to enable feature where we need to enable the Microsoft Windows subsystem for Linux. And we need to just type this command. I'm going to paste this command, copy paste this command in the description box itself so that you can try it out in your machine. I copy pasted that command now. The moment I do it, it will run only in the administrator prompt, it will run. And once it is done, you can get a message as the operation is completed successfully, and close that. And the next step is pretty simple that you need to do for you to start using Ubuntu as an application. Yes, we need to turn the Windows features on or off, which means we are going to enable the Windows features on right now. Just go to start again, type turn Windows features, you will get it immediately popped up, and you will get a small box again. Go there, scroll it further, and you can now see that there is a box called Windows Subsystem for Linux. Just select it, give OK, and restart your PC. It must be restarted. Just restart your PC. Everything will be settled. And once it is restarted, type the command Ubuntu 18.04 continuously. The moment you type it, you get Ubuntu there. First time when you do it, you will get a question as in what is your username that you want, what is your password that you want. All those can be done, and you can see that immediately we started using it as a Ubuntu terminal. You can see that uname command, who am I, gedit is not installed, so I'm going to install it right now by using sudo apt install gedit. And the moment I do it, you can see that it is asking me for the sudo password, and all these are exactly the same as Ubuntu terminal that you will have in your regular complete installation. This is the easiest way that you can install and start using it as an application. If you have any queries, please type it in the comment section. I will copy paste the command that I used for setting it up also in the description section so that you can use it without any problem or discrepancy. You can try out all the commands, and the installation will all be smooth when you use with sudo installation. So don't forget this step. This is the most important step. Turn Windows features on or off. Once you do that, only everything will be on and you can work, otherwise it won't work. So remember, this is the way I installed it. It all goes fine, and I love this feature. If you have any queries, please go ahead and ask me in the comment section. I tried a couple of more commands for your quick reference, ifconfig-a. You could see that it's working fine. That's all. Thank you very much. And if you have queries, suggestions, inputs, please go ahead and type it in the comment section. Thank you.